Okay, so let's look. Last week, I gave you 6 days of a parlay, 6 parlays of the day videos out here on the fantastic OddsShopper YouTube channel, the one in which we love for you to be a part of if you're not already. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button from last week, then that's fine. Maybe you want to wait, but we ask that you do that too. That's it. Small things. I gave you 6 days. And in those 6 days, some of you watched every single day and still didn't take advantage of the OddsShopper premium tool and essentially just started flicking money and then throwing money and then burning money. We hit 3 of 6. Now, normally 50% doesn't cut it in 8th grade math. 50% doesn't cut it in a lot of things. But when you've hit 50% of your parlays in 6 days, that counts. And what am I doing? I'm using the OddsShopper premium tool. I'm only going to tell you once, all right? I'm not going to bog you down with this stuff, but I'm using this same tool every single day, and we keep hitting with this same tool. Take a week free. Enjoy it. Hang out. That's all. That's all. Let's get to it. Let's head to BetMGM and see what we have on the Parlay Builder. So we're going to start with Bam Adebayo staying under 19.5 points. I don't know what's going on with Giannis. At some point, you would expect this to be the case. But look, Giannis hasn't played more than, 11 minutes in this game? So you only have Bam going over this number once, and that's game 1, when everything went to shit for Milwaukee because Giannis gets hurt. And they have no idea what's going on, and, they're scrambling and what have you. But here, I think Bam is just going to continue to struggle to get to 20 points. Even in wins, 2 wins, granted, the first one was crazy. But game 3, in which this thing was a laugher. So what do you anticipate? A close game, another blowout by Milwaukee? I think either way, these 3 games have been settled by a significant margin, and Bam has struggled to get to 18 points. One time going over that, and even that wasn't just, he's also clearly playing hurt, and we know that. His season average is 19.5, but this should be closer to 18.5, 17.5, and you know it. So we open up with Bam under 19.5 points. All right, Grizzlies, Lakers, over 53.5 first quarter points. You can't use last game as a major indicator because the Grizzlies only put up 9 points, and that's a major anomaly by all means. I mean, that's just ridiculous how bad it got for Memphis. So we're back another game tonight, right? Game 4 tonight. And this is where you get somewhat of a bounce back for Memphis in the first quarter. You're going to get 25, 26 points from the Grizzlies. LA is going to come out super motivated here. There isn't going to be any defensive stop or effort or anything like this. This is a total game. 221 is where it is, sits right now. I'm not going to mess with that, but I love going over 53.5. We have gone over this in this series. So don't think like, just because of game 3 and that ridiculous anomaly in which Memphis didn't even get double-digit points, that's something to bank on. Last play here, Mike Trout. Mike Trout's on a little heater, in case you know. Shout out if you watched the likes and the leans over the weekend, because we had a lock on Sunday, which was Mike Trout over 1.5 total bases. I don't care who's pitching for Oakland. Babe Ruth to Shohei Ohtani could put on an Angels jersey and then switch to the A's and pitch against Trout only, and I'd still go over 1.5 total bases. He comes off a 3-hit game, 2 before that. The 1-hit game against the Yankees is actually a disappointment for Trout. This dude is on another planet right now over his last 4 or 5 games. It doesn't stop tonight against the A's, and that gets us to plus 645. All right. We have a couple of things happening here at BetMGM. First, of course, and this is where the parlay sits, at BetMGM, plus 645. I'll run the legs back here for you, but the one-game parlay. So a lot of you haven't signed up for BetMGM. That's fine. You can take 60 seconds out of your life. Click this link below, sign up, and your first bet, not this, but your first solo bet is going to be risk-free up to $1,000. So take it and put it on the heaviest, the biggest dog you can find tonight. In fact, I'll tell you, put it on Miami. All right, put 1,000 up to, could be $100, could be 500, whatever, up to $1,000. It's your first bet, risk-free bet. Now, what about all of you out there who have already signed up on BetMGM? You're like, well, come on, I'm an existing user here. I want to go back. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you up to $25 back on a 4-leg, same game, 1-game parlay. And I've already built 3 legs. Angels -1.5. We're going under 10.5 total runs. Total bases for Mike Trout. We just gave you that. 2+. Now we add a leg because it's risk-free. And if one leg busts, it's risk-free up to $25. So you've got a bet up to $25 ready to go. You've got your 3 legs there. You need a 4th. Why not go large? Add Ohtani here. Now look at this. This is your 1-game parlay from BetMGM. Let's ride 35-1 ticket. I'll get to what we've done over the weekend on the Discord in a second, but 35-1 ticket right there on BetMGM. And if Ohtani doesn't hit, or if this hits and it goes over, if one leg busts, you get your money back up to $25. You don't need to be a new user for that. You can be anybody for that. Here's the parlay on BetMGM. Bam under 19.5 points. Grizzlies, Lakers over 53.5 first quarter. Mike Trout over 1.5 total bases. Put it on that. If you want a risk-free bet, you just want to sign up at BetMGM, take advantage of these parlays that we're doing at BetMGM, then do that. Sign up and put up to $1,000 on Mike Trout going over 1.5 total bags at even money. Worst case, it doesn't hit. You get your money back up to $1,000. Not bad. Not bad in the slightest. On your way out, I'll invite you to the Discord. I don't even know what to say. I'm just going to show you. First off, it's 50% off your first week. Okay. So that's all you really need to know. 50% off your first week. Lindquist is there. Ben, Isaiah, myself, we're holding it down. This is why you join. You're here for parlays. I hit parlays. We've done this now on the Odd Shop throughout the week. On Saturday, we hit 2 separate parlays, cleared 30 units. That is not a typo. 2 separate parlays. I'm upset because I lost 3/4 of a unit on my dailies. But these are parlays smashed 21-1, 9-1 on the same day on the Discord. Do you really want to miss the next one? Do you want to miss the next one? Ask yourself that, because we have been smashing parlays. A lot of it is just using the tool here. Speaking of the Odd Shop, we'll see you today, right? 4 o'clock.